Tony Doherty here for NPC News Online. I'm with the greatest Mr. Olympia ever, Mr. Ronnie Coleman, right before the guys go on stage. Welcome to NPC Online, Ron.
Oh, thank you. Good to be here.
Well, we're just moments away from what might be one of the greatest Mr. Olympias in the last 10 years. How do you see it unfolding, Ron?
I don't see a lot of drama, but you never know what's going to happen on the day of the show. You never know who's going to be in shape, but you got to expect this is the biggest day of these guys' lives, so they can't be off, not even a little bit. So I'm expecting to see a great show, but I'm not expecting to see a lot of changes here.
Okay, so if everybody's in shape, let's look at the top three favourites. Phil Heath, Kai Green, Jay Cutler. What order can you see those three finishing if they're all in their best shape? All-time best shape.
I'm just like you just called it.
So Phil, Kai and Jay in that order.
Yeah.
Look, I don't think anyone argued with that. And if they're all in shape, it's going to be hard on the judges to mix that order around. You think that's how it'll unfold?
Yeah, it can't be that hard for the judges to mix it up too much, because Phil he's a real hungry guy. You got to understand, a lot of people don't really know how this sport really works. Once you won a Mr. Olympia, you'll do anything in the world to not lose. You train much harder than you trained the year before. You're a lot more focused because you're pretty much in the driver's seat. All you got to do is just continue doing what you've always done, stay focused, and don't be complacent not one bit. And you'll pretty much do the same thing you did last year.
I think people underestimate Phil and his efforts and just how hungry, not only how hungry, but how competitive. I mean, if you know Phil, he's the most competitive guy you're ever going to meet, probably just as competitive as you, and that's saying something.
Yeah, because he's won too, and trust me, he don't want to lose this for nothing in the world, and he's going to do everything in his power to keep it. And like you said, Phil is very competitive. He knows what he has to do, and he knows what he got to do to keep improving year after year, and I think that's what he's going to do.
Now, your boy Sean Roden, he made a big splash out here last year, finished in the top three, which was incredible, from where he'd come from to there. How's he looking? Have you seen him? You've been helping him. I know you've been helping with his training, but have you done his last-minute stuff, and how do you think he's going to come? Is he right up there in the top five?
Well, I got him in the top three again this year. He's put on about, I want to say, 25 good pounds of muscle. He's trained real hard. He stayed super, super, super focused. A little bit more focused than I thought he would, but, I still got him in the top three. We'll just have to wait and see how it all unfolds, because you can predict all you want, but, once you get out there on stage, that's when it's all going to show off.
Well, Ronnie, I think we could all agree that this year making the top six will be like making the top 10 this year would be like making the top six any other year. Like, you've got guys that are normally a top six finisher, guys like Dexter, Dennis Wolf, and Branch Warren. They're going to be struggling to fit into that top six. You've got Big Rami coming onto the scene. How do you see him coming in his first Mr. Olympia?
Well, there you go. You never know about this Big Rami guy. He went to the Night of Champions, and Night of Champions, I say, is a feeding ground for winning Mr. Olympia. I did it in 98. Dorian Yates did it in 92.
Yep.
And so you never know about this big. He can win too. You can't count him out. He's a big guy. He's got everything. So, like I said, it's going to all unfold once you get out there on the stage. We sit here and predict all night long. I can say this guy going to play here and this guy going to play there. But these guys are going to place where the judges put them once they get out there.
That's true, Ron. Now, I'm excited. Are you excited, Ronnie? This is just moments before they walk out and do their thing.
Well, I'm normally a little bit more excited when I'm competing. So I'm just real mellow right now, just chilling, waiting to eat my next meal. And once these guys get out here, I'm excited. I'll get excited to see who places where.
Thanks for joining us at NPC News Online, Ronnie Coleman. You're still the greatest, and we love you. Ronnie Coleman.
My pleasure.
Great. Thanks, Ron.
No problem, Tony.